All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi guys, Tony here. Just let me know that you can hear me. We can get started with this. And Robert, if you keep an eye on the questions for me. It's not going to be too long today. I was going to do retargeting today from SiteScout, but I decided to do it a little bit different. And I've ordered some banners from $20banners.com, some really good high quality banners. So we'll cover some other bits and pieces and we'll take a look at the Bing ads strategy to see where we are right now. But I'm not going to do my retargeting until I've got my banners done because I just want to do this properly. I want to do it. We've got something like 6,000 people cooked at the moment, so I want to do it properly and with nice banners with good clear messaging and stuff like that. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at Feedburner. There's some things in there that we need to see and be aware of for SEO purposes, and we can cover the usual SEO Sunday stuff. First of all though, before we go further, I didn't realize that we had this down at 11 p.m. Eastern time, so my apologies for that if it's late for you. It was just a mistake, so it should usually be 9 o'clock. But it seems to be okay time for the attendance that we've got so far anyway. So it was an accident. It wasn't deliberately done for 11 p.m. Eastern time. It just happened by accident, and we decided to carry on with it anyway. Anyway, so some updates that we got to announce. The email promotions, there's a lot of people been complaining, and there's been a lot of people unsubscribing, and quite rightly so as well, because we've been doing a lot of promotions. We tested the list, and we've really squashed the list and squeezed it as far as we could. And what we're doing is we're cutting back to one promotion per week, okay, just one promotion per week, and that's the way it's going to be from this week forward. So you're not going to get bombarded by emails like you have been for the last couple of weeks. Before that, you will notice there was very rarely any promotions being done. There was about one per month or one every three or 4 weeks or something like that. I think that's not enough, and I want to do one per week, and we'll do one nice promotion per week, and it's going to be the best traffic and SEO product for that week. Okay, it's going to be what I consider to be the best traffic or SEO product that week. Okay, and we'll talk about this week's a little bit later so that you can get a feel for what I mean by traffic and SEO too. Okay, so we will be cutting back into one promotion per week. That might be about 3 or 4 emails over the course of a promotion, but what we will do is we will send to the people who don't open, so that if you've opened and you didn't like the product, it's fine. We're not going to bombard you with reminders about the same product. We will just send out to the non-opens and stuff like that. Okay. So any additional promos, if people are interested for additional promos, what we can do is we can create a separate list. Okay, if you want to learn other promotions that we recommend, you can sign up for another list. It's entirely up to you, and those other promotions will only go to that list. Okay, only to people signed into that list. That's the only people that will get those promotions. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put in the link, and again I'll give you the link for the slides as well for this week. It's in here. So there's a new list created just for additional promotions. If you're on the main list, you will get one promotion per week, okay? And it will be the top traffic and SEO tool that particular week, okay? And the second list, if you want to get information about more promotions. That way, everybody's happy. If you want to learn more, if we recommend stuff, then you can find out. Because if I'm not recommending it, I'm not promoting it, basically, okay? So let's just share this link before I go further. So you get a shareable link. Copy. Done. Right. Okay. So I'll put this link in here. There's a chat.
Here we have a link for the slides, Tony.
Oh, you have it?
No.
Yeah. That's what
There
I'm just doing right now. That's what I was working on right now. Okay. So
Right.
that's the other link. So the second bullet point here. Let me put these in numbers instead of bullets. Okay. It's easier to follow. So the number 2 in there is to get on the additional list if you want to. If you don't want to, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Some people do, and some people don't. I understand. If it was me, I would not want to be on there. Not because I'm not interested to find out what other stuff is going on. It's just that I don't like a lot of promotions. So I fully understand. But anyway, we learned a little bit about the list while we were doing that. There will also be what we're going to do, maybe not from this week, but from next week, there will be a hangout discussion on the weekly promotion from this link in here. And that's what we did last week with the Lazyboard SEO. If you remember, we set up that we could do live hangouts from the blogger, from the Blogspot. Okay, I didn't manage to get around to using it this week. So what we'll do from next week, what we will do is myself and Robert will jump on. We will talk about that week's promotion, and we will talk about what's good about it, what we like about it, and what the bonus is going to be and stuff like that. And if you want to join in, you can join in and ask questions and stuff and learn about that particular product launch. But we will be talking about just one product per week, okay? And okay. Some other news, Web 2.0 Commando. We're building a new tool. I'm building a new tool that's based around Web 2.0 blog networks. It's based around not doing sort of mass videos sending out, as in spinning the videos with the long tail sort of syndication, keyword combinations and stuff like that. It's got really, really hard with the reCAPTCHA. There's other tools that are suffering the same thing. It's getting really, really hard with the reCAPTCHA to break it, reCAPTCHA 2.0, where they're asking you to put sugar in the coffee and stuff like that. You've got to drag this lump of sugar and put it in this picture of the coffee cup and stuff like that. It's getting really, really hard to get around that capture, okay? And all of these tools are suffering because of it. What we can do, though, what I've decided to do, is to build some Web 2.0 blog networks with decent authority accounts, okay? So this is what's going to happen. It's going to be phased out over time. We'll try and get it up as quickly as we can. It might be 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. I don't want to promise in case I can't get it done on time, okay? But what we're doing is we're going to make it that we are building on authority Web 2.0 blog networks. This is not via IFTTT. We'll actually be scraping sites like Blogger and WordPress and Weebly and places like that. And James, our coder, is going to make it that when you submit a video, you're going to submit one video and it will go out to these other accounts, okay? And what we will do over time, we will phase into it some categories as well. So we might have some for health niche, we might have some for make money online niche, we might have some for dog food or pet niche or whatever it might be, okay? And we'll just break them into categories over time, and we'll start to build it up over time. And so that these accounts that we have are our own accounts that we are creating, okay? We're scraping, we're getting high page authority accounts. What we will do as well is we're going to add in some sort of advanced RSS stuff, where we're basically creating multiple RSS feeds from YouTube. There's a huge amount of different combinations of YouTube RSS feeds that we can use. So what we will do is we will use those, and we will get some short URLs as well, and we will build in some advanced SEO strategies there. Well, all you have to do, though, is basically click a button and everything will be automated for you, okay? So that's what we're going to do for the Web 2.0 Commander. We have to change it about. There's nothing we can do about it because there is big issues for other tools as well, and it's all based around the reCAPTCHA. There's not a lot we can do about it until somebody very, very clever comes up and finds a solution to the reCAPTCHA 2.0 problem that everybody is having right now, okay? If anybody's getting any suggestions, you're always welcome as well, because we do want to try and get around it for other tools as well. It's affecting all the tools that we have the social account creation happening with, okay? The webinar promotions, what we're going to be doing there. There's a new site coming out called Webinar Zoom. This is one of mine, and Chris Dolan is working on it for me right now. So what we will do is, once that is up, I need to sort of lead by example as far as like doing webinars and hosting webinars and stuff. So we'll probably be doing about one per week, webinar per week, where we're getting some people like Justin did last week. That was a really, really good webinar Justin did last week. There was a lot of content in there. He showed you step by step how to create YouTube ads and stuff like that. He gave away, a lot of good information. So we will do one webinar like that every week. And if you want to go on a separate list for that, you can as well. Okay, I will create a separate list for that, because this is something that's going to be sort of educational. Of course, there's going to be a buy button at the end of it from people that are hosting the webinars, doing webinars with us. But that's just, it's just the name of the game. We're all doing internet marketing, but we will only work with people that are doing good quality content like Justin did last week, and good quality products at the end of it like Justin did last week as well, okay? So that will probably start up in the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks, so that every week we will be doing one promotional webinar and we will have a guest in there, but only if they're going to be doing some great content and not necessarily, you know, just a sales pitch kind of thing. Okay. Now the TubeSift bonuses, I saw Eric had mentioned about TubeSift bonuses in Skype chat. I have ordered the scripts to be written. Okay, I'm waiting for those coming back. Okay, it might be another 3 or 4 days before we get them. And the other one for the retargeting, we will send that out at the same time as we've got the scripts. Okay, it should be another 3 or 4 days, and basically Denise will send these out. She should have a list of all the people who have bought TubeSift. If you just send an email to support@anthonyhayes.me, tell Denise that you want the TubeSift bonus, send her your receipt. She will put you on a list on a Google Doc or something like that. And when we've got these scripts come back, I will give you access to both products at the same time, okay? Should just be another couple of days. And plus I'm going to get Justin in to do another sort of session with us. And we will record it either as a webinar or we will just record a video where basically we're going through stuff together. We're setting up a campaign together and you can see all of that happening as well. So that will be an additional bonus with the TubeSift. It's a very, very, very good tool. I mean, really extremely good tool. I'll do some demo of that in a few minutes as well in this webinar. Okay. So has anybody got any questions about the Web2 Commando, about anything about the promotions or anything before we go further?
There are several questions here. Well, I'm not sure what that one is. Somebody left a bunch of links. Okay, how do we get the bonus of buying the product? They're asking. The emails don't include any instructions at all, he says. Everybody should know to send the question about bonuses to support@anthonyhayes.me. That's Tony's support. And that's where you would get your bonuses. Just send in your receipt. Donna would like to know when you're launching Webinar Zoom, Tony.
I'm waiting for it to be delivered. It should be in the next, I was expecting it this week. I don't know if it's going to be this week. I really, really hope it's going to be this week. But probably by the time I get it and then I request some updates and some tweaks and modifications, it could be another couple of weeks after that. We've already been at it for about 4 weeks, I think. The estimated time to get it done was 3 weeks. So, you know, we just have to wait for the coders really. But it will be good. It's something that's really, really needed where people can list the webinars. They can say what the webinar is about. We can do some webinar swap kind of things. There's another website called Webinar Swaps. It's kind of similar to that, but we're not getting into all the affiliate stuff. And we're doing it mainly because I have a JV group already, which is basically video SEO product sort of JV group. And we've got a lot of big hitters in there. And it's something that we all agree is really, really needed. And not everybody likes to use webinar swaps. Okay, so this way we can have something that is beneficial for everybody, for the people who want to learn, for the people who want to present, and for the people who want to host. Like me, for example, I want to get more guests giving us some great information, like Justin did last week. So you know, it's a perfect solution for 3 different types of people: the host, the promoter, and the people that want to learn some new stuff. Okay, of course, when that comes out, there will be people who have got buy buttons at the end of the webinars. That's normal. It's internet marketing. It's what we do. It's how we make money. And nobody should be against that, because if the people that are teaching are not leading by example, then they're not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. So people that are making money via webinars, people that are making money via promotions, people that are doing what they're teaching are not your enemy. Okay, they're not your problem. Just learn from what they're doing. Listen to what they're saying. Some people can explain things a lot clearer than other people, but if they're making money and they can set an example, then there's always something there to learn from. Okay. Yeah, about 2 weeks or 3 weeks for Webinar Zoom. I'm hoping it's going to be delivered to me this week, and then we can get it fine-tuned and tweaked and updated and whatever we need to do there. Okay, any more? Sorry, I couldn't hear you there. I don't know if you were speaking or not. I just heard the noise. All right.
That's it for the question.
Okay, fine. So let's go into the SEO Sunday stuff and we'll cover some bits and pieces in here, okay? So the recommended tool this week, this one here, it's actually very good. Let me see if I've got this one already open. I think I've already got it open somewhere. So this tool is all about removing some bad links, okay? That's actually not a tool. I've got the wrong link in here. Here's the tool that I'm looking for. It's the same link, but I've taken the home page. Let me just grab this. This is all about finding anchor text density. Okay, I'm going to put in 2 links here. I'll put 1 and 2. So the first one has actually got the homepage link, I think, in this. Let me put in number 2 in here. Just click on number 2 to get to this page I'm showing you now. Okay. This will tell you your anchor text for any site. This is good if you're doing for clients. It's good if you're doing for yourself. You can see here that for my anchor text for AnthonyHayes.me, it's far too heavy on the keyword Anthony Hayes, okay? Far too heavy on that. What I need to do from that point, because of this, is I need to diversify. I need to go and get some more high quality links, not using this one. I might change it to Tony Hayes. I might change it to keywords like learn more or stuff like that. What I might do as well as do some 301 redirect kind of links as well. Just play around with it and test it. But I can dilute this, okay? If you get anything in red, it means you have to do a little bit of dilution. You need to get some more links and you can delete this and bring that down. So you can see here, percentage is 37.59, it's in red, okay? What we can do is we can bring that right down just by doubling the amount of quality links that I've got in here, okay? I've not been doing a huge amount of link building for that particular site, not for a long time, but it's not a big deal to go and do it again, get some guest posts and stuff like that, and basically get some links coming in. I do it every now and again, maybe once every 6 or 7 weeks. I'll go and buy a bunch of links and then, just leave it and see how it ends up. But I don't actually go and build links using software tools for this site. I build around it with YouTube videos, sending links there. I've got some second tier links and stuff like that happening in the background. But for these links that are coming into my main site, they're always high quality links, guest posting kind of links, relevant links, okay? The kind of links that you buy and you pay a lot of money for, okay? But for me to go and delete this, I need to go and get more, okay? So we've used this one a little bit too much, this sort of branding one. So this tool is free. You can use it for free. Just click on the link. And it's a really, really good tool to have if you're using for yourself or for your clients, okay? And there's another tool here as well. Actually, I put in 2 this week, don't I? This one's called Pixel Helper Tool for Facebook. If you're following the live case study and you want to know if your pixels are working or not, you can click on this, and it's a free tool from Facebook that you can use, and it'll tell you if your pixels are installed correctly, okay, for your retargeting and stuff like that, okay. So I just put that one in there for the people who are actually, following the case study and doing stuff as well, okay. Right, next. This.
I have a question from T.R. Goodman.
Yeah, go on.
He says, when you recommend these tools, do you have a process in mind for how to integrate all of these different tools, or are you just recommending them?
There's no, listen, I don't know why people seem to think that everything should integrate into everything else. People can create tools that make your life easier, to make your life simpler, to basically help you automate stuff, okay? We all need to be aware of anchor text, for example, that tool there. We all need to be aware of anchor text. There's no mind map that says step 1 you do this and step 4 go and check this tool. It's just ongoing kind of SEO kind of stuff that we need to be aware of, that we need to do. When people create tools like that and they're really useful, we can see in a few seconds, how's my anchor text? Sometimes you might be in the back of your head and you're thinking, I wonder what my anchor text is actually like. Because sometimes you give a job to someone else, okay, you're buying links and stuff like that. You don't know what he's done until he gives you a big bunch of links coming back. And then you think to yourself, well, I've got to click through on all of them, which never happens anyway. Nobody does that. I don't even do that, okay? Or you can use a tool like that and it will tell you in an instant where you are, okay? So there's not a sort of step 1 we do this and step 2 use this tool and step 3 we do that tool. People create tools for multiple reasons. And, if they can save us time, that's really all it is, okay? We just, you've been told that if you ever want to find out the anchor text of your client site or for your own site, you just use that tool. and it will tell you in an instant. There's no step 7 and step 8, part of the process. It's just there if you need to use it. You know it's going to be in this slide or where you bookmark it or somewhere else. It's not there's not a sort of step-by-step process for all these kind of different tools. Okay, recommendations are recommendations. They don't necessarily have to fit into one system. There never is one system anyway. It's always evolving. Everything's always evolving. If it's not evolving, then we're standing still. We're not making progress, and basically, we're just stalling, which is not good. So this week's new post, I was going to give you a post, but I decided I'm going to give you a run for the Feedburner. We'll come back to that in just a second, actually. I'll just move this down a little bit. Should have moved it down before. Okay. The gig of the week is this one here, to install Infinite WordPress, Infinite WP. Okay, this is actually a very, very, very good tool. It's a free script. This guy installs it for you. Okay, if you go to Fiverr. What it means is if you've got multiple WordPress accounts, okay, multiple WordPress blogs, you can put all the information in here. You can manage it centrally. You can update a plugin for all your sites centrally. You can install a plugin for all your sites centrally. It's a free script. He will install it for you. It costs 2 gigs, about $10, $10.50 or something to get it done. I got mine done last week. It's actually very, very good. You've just got to, we've just got to add some sites in there, and it means that I can automate everything. As far as, if I want to update my plugins, if I want to add a new plugin or something like that to all of my sites, it can be done. Okay, very, very useful, especially if you got PBNs. Okay, you can do this. You can manage PBNs quite well from this. Okay, really, really good tool. And what he does is install it on your server. So if you've got a hosting, you're just going to make a sort of / folder. Okay, and you put in a new install with that. Mine's is, for example, / WP. Okay, and it gives me access to this once I put my username and password in there, and I can update all of my WordPress sites at one time. This is a very, very, very good gig. Okay, very good for that kind of thing. These tools can actually cost a lot of money, and this one is free, so it's great. It's a great thing to have. It's not, it's not going to cost you a lot of money to get it set up, and it's really easy for you to manage all of your sites. Okay, you can click through that and check his post, but that's basically everything he's got in his post is in here, and you can click through in there if you want to order that. Okay, it's a good gig, really good. Last week we did, how can I put this? Growth Traffic is a site that does redirects from expired domains. It drives traffic from redirects. I don't know how they do it. I did a case, well, I'm not even going to call it a case study. I ordered 10,000 hits over a period of 7 days. Okay, I got all the hits came in after about 2 or 3 days, I think. There was very, very little happened as far as getting opt-ins. Okay, so there was traffic came in. I don't know if it was real traffic or robot traffic. Thankfully, I created a lead page and kept it on leadpages.net. Okay, it is crap traffic. Don't buy it. It is not good. It's not recommended. Keep away from it. Sometimes, when you see things like that, they look too good to be true. They probably are. In this case, it really is too good to be true. It's not good traffic. There was, I think, 1 opt-in, something like that. It's just really, really, really poor quality. It was $28 just wasted, but it was worth to find out. Okay, the traffic did come in. I can see in the analytics something like 9,800 hits or something over a period of 3 days, and it came in, it disappeared after 3 days, and just flatlining from before and after on the analytics for lead pages for this one. So I'm definitely not recommended. And anybody that's selling traffic on Fiverr or anywhere like that, be a little bit wary before you order it, because half the time it's robots, half the time it's from sort of some kind of, I don't know, click farms or whatever you call them. I don't know how they're doing stuff like this, and a lot of this black hat stuff they're doing. But this is really, really poor quality traffic. The best traffic that you can get is what you're going to pay for, or if you can drive it via other methods, via social media like contests or paid traffic or SEO or video marketing and stuff like that. That's the best traffic you can get. Okay, this kind of stuff, it ain't working. Okay, so let's come on to the next one. Okay, so YouTube ads replay is up. Okay, for anybody who missed it, it's on the site. I'm going to keep the bonuses available for another couple of weeks, because I should have I've done an extra promotion for Justin with some follow-up emails. We didn't do that because there was a lot happening last week with the emails anyway. But I'm going to keep the bonuses open for this for another week, and you can click and get to the webinar replay from here. And it's worth watching again because it's actually a very, very good webinar. I did watch it a second time as well. He gave away a lot of good information, and some of it I didn't even spot myself until the second time I watched it. Very, very good presentation he did there. So that replay is on the website permanently anyway, but the bonuses I will keep for another week. Okay. It's a very, very good tool. We're going to demonstrate that in just a second as well. Okay. I'll show you how I use it to get really, really targeted keywords, even for Bing ads. Okay. Okay. So let's take a look at Feedburner. Okay. Feedburner, as we know, is for creating RSS feeds. Okay. Let me just go over here. And you can see in here I've got a fresh Feedburner account. And here I've only got one feed title I was playing around with. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to burn the feed. I'll just put in here for Commando Tube Tools, for example. And I'm not a podcaster, so I'm going to click on next. Okay. This is a homepage. You can reach this homepage of Feedburner when you get there. Okay. So it's found the feed, which is basically it finds itself, it searches and finds itself, or you can put it in yourself. Usually if it's WordPress site, you're going to have /feed after your domain name. Okay. I'm going to click on next. And here we can give a feed title. So this one is free. SEO tools. Let's actually make it really specific. YouTube SEO tools. Okay. And you can see here I've got this / and it's putting down here. It's giving me a suggestion. Okay. I don't want to use a suggestion. I want to use my own. Okay. I'm going to put it in here. And do it like this. You can even just put them all together. It doesn't really matter. Google can read all of this. Click on that. And that's going to be in the URL and it's going to be in the title. Okay, so all I need to do right now, open in a new tab and we can check that the feed is valid. Okay, you can see it's a valid feed. The only thing is there's no content beginning there for more than a year, but I can set up something with maybe article builder or something just to automate some posts in here, but you can see the RSS feed is working. Okay, now once you've got that done in Feedburner, what we can do, click on the next button, and we can do some additional stuff. Okay, let me just click on these. These are just extra options in here, but it's not really the main point of this training. Okay, so what we do is once we've done that, we come in here and you can see we've got these sections here. These two we're interested in, the optimize and the publicize. There's a lot of people don't realize that these exist. Okay, so what we want to do is click on the optimize first. And you can see in here that we've got some options. Okay, we've got smart cast option, smart feed option, feed flare. And if you click on each of them, okay, it gives you some additional options that we can do with the same feed. It's just basically optimizing a feed and being able to get more publicity. Okay, so this one will sort of reach the widest possible audience. Pushing a feed on your blogger site translates your feed on the fly into a format RSS or Latin compatible. Okay. I don't know exactly what it means, but I'm clicking it, and it's an extra thing that we got done. Okay, then we've got this one, feed flare. Let's do this one too. And here, basically what we can do is you can give people easy ways to subscribe. If you don't do this one, people can't subscribe by email, okay, to your list. So if they got Outlook or something, they want to be updated whenever you got a new post. This is the part you want to come in to set this up, okay? So basically what you can do is just go through and click all of these and have it all set up just at a click of a button. Okay, so if you add this to your site, then people can subscribe. And there's some other cool things we can do, which I'll show you in just a second as well. Okay. Robert, let me know if there's any questions coming in as well. Even when I'm doing this, it's fine. Okay. And just come down here at the bottom and we click on activate. Okay. Right, now we've got some other things in here, link splicers and stuff like that. We don't really want that. What we want is come down with the image burner, and we're going to take this one. Just click on this actually. Feedburner image. This, oh no, sorry, wrong one. This is if you want to put it on your site. Wrong one. I'm going to come into title and description. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to give our title and description. We're going to put some keywords in here. Okay, so this will appear wherever your title and your description doesn't get pulled in correctly. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to call this SEO training blog post. Okay. New. Something like this. Something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get some keywords in there. Click on activate. Okay. Just an additional stuff that they're giving us the ability to use that a lot of people don't realize. Okay. Just want to get this covered and we can basically use it. Have it set up. Something not kicking in here. Let's just take this back a little bit. It says service is active, but it didn't actually save it properly, did it? Okay. Let's go into the publicize now. And in here it gives you some options. For example, this headline animator is something you might want to put on your blog. You can see down here. If you're using anything like for example, let me give you an example. Maybe IFTTT, you could use this, where you can put this inside your blog post, okay, for a blogger and places like that. Basically what it's going to do is going to give you this little banner, okay, it's going to give you some HTML. When we were using Web 2.0 Commando, what we could do is we could set up, when we were doing the live campaigns, we could put some HTML in there, which is one of the things I really liked about that particular tool. You can make it black, for example, and it puts that banner in there. That would be a good thing to have in there. Basically, it's just to get people to subscribe. But if you're not going to use it for your website or for Web 2.0, there's not a lot you can really use it for. Because it's in HTML format, it spits out once you've got done, okay? So this one here called Buzz Boost, let's take a look. Okay. It republishes your burn feeds content, go anywhere HTML. So I'm guessing this is going to spit out some HTML. Let's just see what happens when we click on activate. Yeah, it gives you some HTML. That's another thing you can put in this sort of Web 2.0. Email subscriptions, this is an important one. Okay, activate that and then people can get your email subscriptions. It's something similar to what that last one was. But when I tried to save, I put a new theme on my site last week or the week before. When I tried to save the RSS feed in the options for the theme, when I tried to click on it to sort of register myself to check it was working, it wouldn't let me. It says that you haven't set it up, and that's what put me through to Feedburner to come and find out. And I started digging about, and then I found all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of important that you come in and realize that you can do this with Feedburner, okay? Because it can give us some extra advantages for people being able to get your content instantly whenever it's created, okay? So we can go in here. You can see subscription management and stuff like that as well, okay? And you can find out some other things. This one here, it will ping whenever you got a new post created. It will automatically ping for you. That's Google pinging for you, don't forget. Okay, so that means you should get indexed almost instantly. Let's see what else we've got in here. Socialize. Here we can choose to post content via Twitter, for example. You can use title only, title and body, or body only. Okay, so for example, if it's on Twitter, you want to use just the title. What we need to do is add a Twitter account in here. So we can do that. So whenever a new post is done, it will get automatically posted into your Twitter account, okay? Let's go in here and take one of this. Twitter. I've got so many of these Twitter accounts. We've basically bought a lot of Twitter accounts. I've got PR5 and above and things like that. Okay, so we've added a Twitter account. Now what's interesting about this, when you click on here to manage your connections, you can add multiple Twitter accounts. You can see I've already got one here, and now I've just added a second. So you could have this going out to multiple Twitter accounts automatically, okay, if you can be bothered sitting there and adding these. And you've got all different types of other syndication that you can use for LinkedIn, Facebook, Quora, and all that kind of stuff. So you can play around with that and see if you want to use it, if you want to play around with it and make it work, okay? So basically, those extra bits that you've got in there, if you just go in there, just spend an extra couple of minutes whenever you create a new feed or whenever you create a new site, then it means that you can get this kind of stuff automated, okay? And it's taking that extra 5 or 10% effort that other people are not doing, because other people are not aware of it. I wasn't even aware of it myself until recently, so I thought it was worth, bringing up. And you can see here it's pulling in sort of sample preview of the previous blog post that we put in there. Okay, so what I'll do with this one now is I will just set up with Article Builder or something similar so that we have content being posted there, and we should see some traffic coming into that site as well. Okay, it's already got good traffic for the YouTube RSS feed tool, but otherwise that just gives us extra sort of dimension that will happen automatically in the background. Okay, let's see if we've got any questions before I go further.
I just have an announcement from John Curry that says he has new Twitter accounts available.
Okay. Okay. And we should be getting into the Web 2.0 stuff very, very soon as well. Once I've got this new tool, and we'll come up with some new strategies for that as well, and we can sort of explore different ways that we can use Web 2.0. We need to get creative now because of this recapture problem, but that's not a problem. It's something that we can do, is be creative and come up with new strategies. So we'll work on that over the next sort of 2, 3, 4 weeks and see what we can come up with. All right, so anyway, I just wanted to cover that. It's nothing major. It's just something we should be aware of, and is something that could be quite useful for us. Let's come out of Firefox and come back over here. Okay, so that's this done Feedburner. Let's see what else we've got to do. All right, so this week's launch promotion, what we're going to do, there's a tool coming out. I'm not sure if it's tonight or tomorrow night. We need to double check that. This is a really, really good tool, and he's got some case studies in here as well. Okay, I've been speaking to one of these guys on Skype. He's in a JV group that I'm in, and they've got some really, really good case studies for this. And what it's doing is creating some competitions and stuff like that. Okay, it's a traffic tool, and it does actually create some really, really good traffic. They have got some fantastic stats to show, and they're real as well. Okay, it's not an SEO tool; it's a traffic tool. Okay, sometimes we need to use traffic in a different ways from just building backlinks. Okay, this is actually a very, very, very good tool. It's only $27. I've seen tools like this selling for about $47 or $97 a month. Okay, from other companies. They have gone and created one for our kind of marketplace, for this sort of JV Zoo marketplace. It's only $27. Okay, and you can get social competitions and stuff done really easily, and they have done it from testing as well. Okay. This guy, he used to live in Thailand as well. I never met him over here, but I got talking to him actually, and had quite an interesting conversation with him. And he's been around internet marketing for quite a long time, and they have got, good case studies, one-time cost. It's a proven tool from the case studies, and it's a quality tool as well, and at a fraction of the price that you would pay otherwise. It's one of those tools that you might not use every day, but you should get in the habit of using, when you can, when you've got a good reason to. Okay, maybe there's a new promotion that you're working on, a new campaign you're working on, a new client you're working with, or your client's got a new promotion or something like that. It's a good chance to go in there maybe once a month and create something that you can actually, create a buzz and drive traffic and get people sharing content and coming back in and stuff on it. So that's this week's traffic tool. That's the one that we're going to focus on this week. There's other launches coming up. There's one from Todd Gross, which is quite good, web video generator. There's a couple of SEO tools. Hugh Hitchcock's got one coming out. It's actually ICC Keyworks from what I can see. They've rebranded it, given it a different name. That would be a good tool as well, but I think a lot of people have got that. We did a webinar with Hugh a while back for that particular tool. I don't know where we stand with the new branding, but it's the same kind of tool from what I saw in the video. So anyway, this week's tool is this one. It's actually a very, very, very good tool, and it's something I'm looking forward to actually getting into using and testing out myself. Okay, so the bonus is going to be this week about getting rent to buy PBNs. Okay, that's going to be the Lazy Board SEO bonus. This one we're calling episode 3. Okay, I have ordered 50 PBN network. Cost me $650. After that it's been delivered, it's costing me $150 a month. That is really, really cheap, guys. That's 50 PBN network, okay? 50 site network for $650 plus $150 a month afterwards. That is really, really, really cheap. I didn't have to buy the domains. I didn't have to do any work. I just told him what my niche was. He's going to put the initial content. He's doing the hosting. He's buying the domains. He's doing everything for me for $650 for 50 sites, okay? I have the option to buy those as well. And to be honest, I'm not even sure I want to buy them. I think just paying $150 a month is easy because he has to manage that, okay? He has to manage that. He has to maintain it. If any of the sites get deactivated or sort of delisted or something like that, he has to replace them. That is good value. If you don't know how to, use the rankings that you can get from having a network of about 50 sites, it should give you some very, very good advantage and for even quite competitive keywords, okay? If you're not sure how you can monetize that, how you can use the advantage of the additional rankings that you will get, the spike in rankings you will get, then you can always start with a smaller network, okay? You can start with 10, you can start with 15, you can start with 20, and you can build your way up. You don't have to go and buy 50 like I did, okay? So I'm going to give you details of this, and we're going to be doing a video training of it as well. And I'll talk to this guy and see what we can get, if I can get any discounts for anybody. I don't get any affiliate commission from anybody who buys from this guy, but I will give it as a bonus for people who buys from any promotions this week, okay? So that will be for the lead software, the competition software, okay? So that's the bonus is going to be this week, and this is going to be good. I'm going to show you where to get them, how to get the content for them, how to do the content really fast, really easy, effortless kind of content, okay? But decent content at the same time, okay? How to do backlinks to these PBNs. It's important that we link to them as well, okay? They should never be in isolation. I've got some strategies here that I've been thinking about over the past sort of 2 or 3 weeks about how to do this with PBNs. I've got some ideas that we're going to be testing out as well, okay? And you can see me do a couple of things on video with this. And basically where we can get some low-cost content created for us if we don't want to use this strategy I've got in mind up here, okay? So plus we'll do a free webinar with this as well. I think I will do that one sometime next week and not this week because on Tuesday we've got the speed blogging webinar. On Wednesday we've got the niche research webinar, and Robert will send out the links for that in a separate email later, okay? So that's the 2 bonus ones we have to do this week. Next week we will do one for this as well. I actually want to try and get the guy into a call, but he's in Estonia, and he used to live in Riga where I used to live and where Peter Garrity lived, in Latvia. But he's in Estonia now, so I don't know how good his English is. I've just been speaking to him on Skype. But if I can get him on the call and we can ask him some questions, that could be kind of cool as well. But very, very good bonus. This is probably the easiest, best way to get a PBN done. If you can get a 50-site PBN done for $650, that is not expensive. Even if you don't want to spend that amount of money, you can start lower and you can build up. Have somebody build it all for you. You don't have to think about the domains. You don't have to think about the hosting, any of that. It's all taken care of. This is really, really, really good stuff and powerful stuff that we can just get set up for us and, choose to either buy it later or, just keep renting. I'll probably keep renting, I would imagine, because I don't have any hassle with it. He has to fix anything that can go wrong with it. And all I need to do is make sure I've got content and do some backlinks and some other bits and pieces that we will cover in the training for this one, okay? So this is a good one for this week, and we're trying to move away from Fiverr for this kind of series of lazy board SEO kind of stuff, because there's other ways that we can be lazy like this, for example, where we can get other people doing all the work, and it's nothing to do with Fiverr, so, we'll throw it in there, and probably this is the best one so far. I'm really happy with this one, that I found it, and that we can use this, and that we can get a lot of benefit from it. But what you do need to understand is how we get the content, how often we build the content, how we can do that easily, how we can do it low cost if you don't want to do it yourself, and also how do we backlink. We need to backlink these, okay? They're expected to get some traffic as well. We'll cover that as well, how we can do that, okay? Right, now, so for the Bing ads, I'll just give you an overview of what's happened for the case study in the Bing ads. And what we'll do is we'll come over here to all the campaigns. You can see I've actually cut down a little bit in here. I'll just go to this tab here. It says campaigns. So what happened is I spent about $70. Okay, I got 520 clicks. Okay, and that cost me about $70. That is not bad. That's cost me on average 4.56 bahts, which is, let me just see, Thai money, 4.56 is about 13 cents a click, US dollars. Okay, and that was really scattergun approach. That was just taking a whole bunch of SEO type keywords, really basic SEO keywords, bidding about 25 about 25 US cents per click, and that's what I ended up with, 520 clicks. What I can tell you is that the opt-ins were not high, and as fast as they came in, they went out because we were emailing so much. So all the opt-ins that we were buying were disappearing really, really quickly as well. So what will happen now is what I've done actually from yesterday is I've gone in and I've looked at the keywords in here, and I took away a bunch of keywords that I thought were not good. Okay, and basically I kept some keywords I thought were good. Then I added a little bit more keywords that I thought were better. For example, what I did is came over to, let's see, this keyword tool in here. This is a tube sift from Justin. What I did instead, I started getting more specific. So I put in keywords like WordPress SEO, for example. Okay, if you put an asterisk in here, it acts as a wildcard. But what's interesting, when you click on the search, and you can see it's doing the search, it's going through the ABCD with the asterisk, the wildcard. So it could be something like best tool for WordPress SEO. The asterisk would sort of cover that word tool, etc. Okay. What it's doing then, it's going through them, and then it goes the other way as well. It does the asterisk on the other side as well. I need to reload this. It's not doing the search properly. It means I've got to log in again. So what I've done, instead of having that just a very, very generic kind of keywords that we used last week that got those 520 clicks and not a lot of conversions, basically what we're doing is we're tightening up now. But don't forget, we had two purposes of doing this, okay? One was to cook them for retargeting, okay? And the other one was to, hold on, I forgot to put the asterisk. The other one was to try and get some opt-ins, okay? So I've got 100 in here. I just put the wildcard in here, and we can see if we can get more. Should get more than 100. Yeah, 140. And this is a little bit better. Okay, so this is all I did, and it's really, really fast to use this tool. It's really fantastic tool for that kind of thing. Because once it's finished, you just click on export the keywords. You can click on copy, and it's really simple and fast to use. Okay, and we don't have to think about proxies or anything like that. He's taking care of all of that. So what I've done is I've gone in and done some more sort of targeted kinds of search in there. So another one I did was GSA SER, for example. Put an asterisk in here, and we can go and click on that as well, and it will go and find a whole bunch of keywords that are really specific to the type of customer that I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that are into sort of grey hat, black hat a little bit, okay? Not necessarily people that just want to learn SEO. I want to get people a little bit more advanced. So the people that are using tools like GSA, for example, they are perfect, okay? People that are using tools that are WordPress SEO plugins, they are perfect. They already understand. They're already searching for a lot of those kind of things, okay? And you can even put in competitors tools in here. So for example, what is a video syndication tool? Let's put HydroVid, for example, okay? Just put in a HydroVid without the wildcard and see what happens. HydroVid. So Walt, for example, he sold 5,000 copies of that, believe it or not. And we've got Video Send Alpha, which does far, far more. So I'm interested. to, get in front of people that might be searching for those keywords. Perfect for me to give them a free tool. So the more deeper we get, then the more targeted that we can get in here, okay? So you can put in competitors information in there, and you can really dig in and start to create different ad groups around that, okay? Let's take a look at the adverts as well, because some of them were very good and some of them were not good, okay? Come into the ads in here. I'd actually made a mistake and had deleted some, but there was some that was converting very well. Okay, I had some that was going over over 1%. Let me just see what's happening here. See if I put in the timeline properly. Put in last 7 days. Okay, and let's go to conversion. So this one here, Take Back SEO Control, is converting at 1.06%. That's the highest converting one, okay. Got 67 clicks. And the cost per click here is 2.87. This is all we did, if you remember what we did last week. All we did is we did different headlines. We kept the body of the advert the same, and we just did different headlines, okay. So this is telling me which headline is working best. And then all I did is I've gone and changed a little bit. I actually tested some other headlines in here, but I've tested a little bit, just changing very, very small tweaks in the body of the email as well. Okay, we'll try and get that up from there, and I'll delete the other ones, or pause the other ones at least, and that way we can just keep tightening up. Now, if this one is converting at 1.06% and it costs 2.87, that 2.87 is really, really, really cheap. Let me just go in here and find out. That is 8 cents per click. Okay, 8 cents per click. So we found the winner in here, which is this one, and it cost about $15 or something, or $30 to find out. So what I've done in the meantime is I've added more of these in. I've upped the daily spend to $30 a day, because I just want to get the information faster, so that I can carry on with the case study, with the webinar case study, because after this, once we've got the banners, we're going to be doing some retargeting for any traffic that's been generated. Now, what was wrong with this campaign was it was too broad, it was too generic. It's okay for getting people cookied, but it's not going to get people opting in. One of the reasons is, I'm saying here, like, your site is leaking link, just fix now for free. Okay, there's nothing incorrect about that, but when they go there, they realize it's a WordPress plugin. What if they don't have a WordPress site? Okay, what if they don't know how to use a WordPress plugin? What if they want to fix the website problems? They're just curious. They want to go and see what's going on there. Whereas if I'm using keywords like GSA, SER, if I'm using keywords like Hydravid, I'm going after a very, very targeted audience. That way it's likely to convert better, okay? It's less people that I'm getting cookied, but the more targeted people, okay? So the scattergun approach has been sort of kicked out. I've added more keywords in there that are better keywords, more targeted, and we're running, again, some more split tests. And it takes, just a few seconds to go through these split test headlines and stuff and create new ones. And you will find one that's working better than the rest, okay? So let's go over to Site Scout here. You can see. These are the people that have been retargeted. They've got the retargeting pixel on their computers. Okay, these are people that have visited my site, 3,966, and this one for IAMSIP as well. If I refresh that for 30 days, it's still going to be about the same. Yeah. So I've got basically about 8,000 people that I can retarget to. Okay, and don't forget, Site Scout is cheaper because it's using real-time bidding. So I can do right-hand side ads in Facebook. I can do ads on YouTube. But when it comes to adding my audience, which we're going to cover in a separate webinar, when it comes to adding my audience, instead of me giving them keywords of lists or sort of display network URLs that I want to appear on, all I'm doing is I'm telling them to use my retargeting list, okay? That's how we're using it. That's the unique thing about the strategy that we're using. So we're sending traffic via Bing ads, okay? We're getting people cookied. When they're getting cookied, they're getting cookied for Facebook. They're getting cookied for AdWords that we can use as well for retargeting. Remarketing as AdWords color. And plus for Site Scout as well, which is going to be even cheaper, okay? And even the Site Scout cookie, you can actually put it in an email. Somebody opens your email. it's basically they're getting retargeted, okay, just by opening an email. So you could do a scattergun approach if you wanted to do some spamming and stuff using that kind of strategy. But from what I've seen so far, it's not going to be hugely beneficial to do that. You're better just to go targeted lists, and even if it's less keywords, even if it's less people coming in, at least you know, you're getting more targeted people, and you can sort of build a relationship quicker with them as well. Okay, so that's basically where we got up to with this, and I'm waiting for banners now to come back. But I did put a 24-hour order on it, so you should have them tomorrow, and we can kick off with the case study again this week. Okay, so that'll be about, I'm guessing, Thursday or Friday. We can do another webinar for that one. Okay, so let's see if we get any other questions, Robert, before we kind of wrap up.
No more questions right now.
All right. Is anybody confused about anything we talked about the Bing ads, or has anybody started Bing ads? Has anybody else been doing it? I know Eric's been doing it. Anybody else been doing it? Anybody else set up some retargeting pixels on the computer?
No, nobody's answering about that. Just one person asking where the webinar replays are.
Webinar replays will be on the site anthonyhayes.me. Okay. Go over to the main homepage of the site. We're trying to speed this up actually at the moment. I know John was talking to somebody to help us with this. So what you'll find is the case study we're working on now for the Bing ads. You can see here at the top. Justin Saudi webinar replays in here. Okay. Previous ones that we've been working on. That's not finished, the launch tracking one. We've still got to do an SEO traffic strategy with this one as well. We haven't done that. Basically what we're going to be doing is using my tools, the YouTube Live Commando, Video Send Alpha, Social Bookmark Commando, etc. Search and Click Commando we'll be using. We'll do a campaign on that. Maybe for next week's promotion, whatever it will be, for not this week coming, but the week after, because I haven't got time now to set it up. So we still got a couple of videos to add in here, but you will find everything on the site. Okay, I've made it really, really easy to navigate. Before it looked a little bit different. We had different sections, and I just find this easier for people and easier for me as well. You can see at a glance what is there. Some great content on that site now. It's actually built up quite nicely over time, and it's got some good information there. Okay, so if there's nothing else, I think we can probably wrap up. Must be some questions.
That's all.
All right.
No more questions.
Okay, so just a reminder that we will be having bonus webinars on Tuesday and Wednesday, one for speed blogging, one for the niche research. I will pick up this list building one probably about Thursday, maybe Friday, but hopefully Thursday will be better. Okay, for the list building one. Everybody can come into the list building one. That's a generic one for everybody. The speed blogging and the niche research were bonuses for people who bought some from our promotions last week or the week before. Okay, and Robert, did you check the GV page when that promotion is happening? Is it tonight or tomorrow or today?
I've been looking for that JV page. I can't find it.
Oh, okay, we need to find it, and I'll find it after. It should be.
The timer on the buy page is for Tuesday.
Okay. If it's Tuesday, then what we can do is maybe we'll jump on and hang out and talk about it, and I'll get Paul to come in, the guy I've been talking to on Skype, Paul O'Keefe. I'll get him to come in and talk about it, maybe even do a little demo. And we can maybe get that on a hangout and get it recorded. We'll put that on a page on the website as well so people can see it. It's a good tool, very, very good tool. I'm telling you, I've seen tools like this selling for, monthly, quite a lot of money. And it depends on usage as well. With this, you're paying one time, low cost, like $27. Good value, very, very good value, especially if you're doing local stuff as well. It's a great thing to offer for your clients, to be able to give them that sort of extra dimension, give them that advantage over their competitors. Okay, so I think that's us done now. Okay, go on, ask.
One of them is from Carolyn Skipper. She would like to know, if you build a PBN, is it okay to put your 7 big sites on a reseller account that assigns random IPs along with individual cPanel 3's domain?
You need to start that again. That's a very big question. He takes care of everything for you. He takes care of everything for you. He does it all for you. You don't even have to concern yourself. Really, he does it all for you. You just say, okay, I want to rent some PBNs. Tell him how many, pay him the money, let him find the domains, let him worry about the hosting, let him worry about all those things. That's what he does. He builds PBNs for a living. That's what he does for a living. He's a professional PBN builder. Great job.
Catherine would like to know, what is the PBN guy's link?
It's all going to be in the promotion this week. Okay, if you buy from our link, this is what the Lazy Board SEO is for. Okay, that's what this is for. Every week we promote a product. Okay, and instead of people giving you a big bunch of PLR products that you'll never use, sometimes you will see an insane amount of bonus products. You will see, 20 or so products that are supposed to complement the main product that would just overwhelm you if you try to even bother learning what they were all doing, or they would just suck up so much time. Those are just created so that you buy from their link, okay? We're doing something useful every week. So the first week, what was it we did the first week, Robert? Can you remember, for the Lazy Board? Oh, it was this one. How to set this up and how to backlink it and do stuff with it as well, so that we can get some traffic coming in and we can get some backlinks. We can build up over time some rankings for this particular blog. And what will happen is whenever you do a live webinar, it will appear here live on our homepage. And from there, you can basically put it into the recording into other pages and we've categorized it and all that kind of stuff. All that information was on the first week's bonus, okay? The second week bonus last week was all about the viral stuff, how we can get influencers, create content really low cost, use influencers' names in the content, because basically what we're doing is we're taking content that they are quite famous for, we're building around that particular content, okay, and then we're getting them to share, okay. I'm going to do a case study on that one. It's actually a very, 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 very important strategy if we can get it right. So we'll be doing a case study on that one quite soon, as soon as we finish the Bing Ads one probably, okay. And we will do that for real. We can actually get people doing that. I'm 150% confident that I can get some big hitters to retweet, to reshare content just because they're mentioned, because the name's mentioned on there, okay? And we'll go through that strategy step by step. So this week is all about this, okay? So if you buy promotion from our links, then this is the bonus, okay? So we're not giving away some PLR that's useless. We're giving away something very, very useful. And that's what we're doing every week, okay? One promotion every week and a bonus. Very, very good bonus to go with it. Okay.
Okay, I have one question about the proxy promotion that we had.
Yeah.
They would like to know if they can use those proxies for video sent to alpha.
Right, I haven't tested it, but I know that you have. What I suggest you do, John has mentioned about posting in the group about you got 150. Why don't you do a little video showing them how to use it? That would be easier, okay? If you just,
okay,
do a setup, do a little video, post that into the group, or give it to John to post into the group, okay? Give them something useful, okay? That way they can see it's not just you claiming that you did this, but even just show them how to set it up, how to add it, give them some value in it. And I know Cliff for a long, long time, guys. He's a very, very, very good guy. If there's any problem with that, he will make it right. Absolutely guaranteed, 100% guaranteed. He will always, he will always pull through for his tool. From what I've heard, some people are struggling with it. Other people are doing quite well. I'll try and get a hold of him this week and maybe even try and get him on a call. Okay, but I know that he will, if there's any problem with it, he will fix it. For the price it is as well, it's not expensive. It's really, really not expensive. If it can be used, and if people are using it successfully in Video Send Alpha, for example, or other tools, then it's a massive, massive money saver, okay, and time saver as well. So, yeah, Robert, if you just do a video, even show them how to set it up, something, give them something useful
sure.
with it, and that way everybody can get the benefit of that, okay?
Should I post a link with that to get it if they want it?
Yeah, post the link with it. I'd give it to John to put in the Facebook group as well. We can put it in the signature of some emails or whatever, and let them see. That's something useful, something helpful.
Cliff told me about 10% of people are having an issue, but for $9, it's worth a try.
Well, yeah, I do want to try and get him onto a call, though. If you can ask him if he's willing to come on a call with us, even just to hang out, we can just give us a quick demo of the tool, basically. And we can ask him some questions and, you know, things to watch. Every tool's got its own sort of nuances. It's got its own quirks. Maybe he can explain some bits and pieces, best practices or whatever. And, you know, it's beneficial for him and for us if he's interested to do that. But I get no worries about him, you know, pulling through. He's always been a very, very, very good product creator. Okay.
Okay, there are a number of other questions. David insists that lead-in is launching in the morning, but that's not what it says on their sales page.
Yeah, I think it is in the morning as well. When I was talking to Paul earlier, he mentioned it was in the morning. We'll find out. It's either going to be morning or the day after. But I'm quite sure if we're going to Munchide, then we'll find it's going to be tomorrow morning. Anyway, we will be sort of emailing as it's going live.
I have someone again asking where the replays are. We get that 5 times webinar. It's anthonyhayes.me.
Yeah.
It's on Anthony's site, anthonyhayes.me.
Launch tracking webinar replays in here. Justin Saturday webinar replays in here. The case study, the live traffic, Bing Ads traffic case study is in here. You can find a whole bunch of stuff. Everything is going to be on the blog. This is the central hub for all the content. Any more?
Okay, quick rush. People are wanting the link to lead in. We'll send you an email to that in the morning when it launches. We don't have a link for it right now. It's not working at all right now. There's no reason even to go there.
Yeah, probably from 10 o'clock in the morning we can start sending that one. From what I've been told, when we email it at 10 o'clock in the morning, he said there's a $10 discount on it as well at that time. So yeah, you can get $10 discount as well. So that might be even be $17 instead of $27. That's good value, very, very good value.
Okay, looks like that's about it, Tony.
All right. Okay. Thanks. See you later, guys. Bye.
Good night, everybody.